Okay, I am so excited. For those of you who don't know me yet, you will. I'm Anna K. Morris, and I'm so very excited to have my previous client and very good friend, Jennifer, here today to share a little bit because she just finished the coaching program that I coach, the Reconnect, which is 12 weeks. And when we started this journey, I will never forget, you called me and you were like, I think I need something. I think you did you do one of the free calls?
I did. I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, I did.
you wanted to
One
do
of the
it.
Ask Anything
Yep.
call.
You wanted to do it and you were afraid of a couple of things. The first one was paying for it.
Yes.
Um, and you're so brilliant that you came up with a payment plan. You were like, what about this payment plan? I was like, yeah. So I just want to lead with that. If somebody that is listening right now that wants to do my program and I don't have the payment plan that you want on my website, you just be Jennifer Williamson and like tell me what you want. Like, in fact, I just had somebody do it. She was like, I want to do like what is $24.99 right now because it's still early bird. It's normally $29.99. She was like, I want to do 5 installments of $500. I was like, great, sounds good to me. So, so that got worked out. But you were also concerned about our friendship.
Yes. Well,
And
right, because we are friends.
because we are
All right.
friends.
And know each
But
other and like I see you around town. I didn't
yeah,
want it to be weird.
well, and now I would say now we're really good friends.
Right? Yeah.
So the opposite happened. So now you're like stuck with me forever.
Oh,
um,
great.
but I do want to share with people kind of like where you started, when we started working together, because we worked together over the summer, and then maybe why you signed up, and then where you landed. Because I'm having you on right now because it was such a profound shift. Like we've talked about like the money that you made and the weight that you lost and like all that's great and well and good, but like the
Yeah.
shift in your family like
Yeah.
just brings me to my knees. And so I would love for you to share with everybody.
And it does me too. Because I, I the I've been fat and I've been thin and I've had lots of money and I've had not a lot of money and I'm probably equally happy kind of either way, right?
Yeah.
To varying degrees. Um, but what happened really with Evangeline, with my daughter, is probably the biggest thing that I took away from the Reconnect because it changed kind of everything. What happened with Evangeline? It was pretty amazing. Um, we've always had a pretty strained relationship, Evangeline and I. She's very strong-willed, and so am I. My husband is as well. So it's not really.
Well, and she's 12.
She's 12, almost 13.
And I want to point out that a lot of people would be like, kind of brush it off and say, like, well, she's 12. But it had always been like this. It was not like indicative of her age.
Yeah, that no, it's not. Yeah, when when she was a very young child, we just Evangeline's always done what she wanted to do, and um, and that's I guess it was a problem for me because I was always so worried about getting it right, about trying to get parenting right because I working with you, I kind of I realized I felt like I had gotten so much other stuff wrong that if I got one parenting thing wrong, then it meant that maybe I had kind of broken everything, which is just not what actually it's not actually what I meant to say there. It's not what I have in my notes.
You're a
Um,
really good student and you don't need to look at your notes because all you just flip those notes right over. You don't need them.
so, but yeah, so even when she was very, very young, it just always felt like a job, like it was work with Evangeline. And I think I had made it that way. And and I think it's because and we talked about this because I wasn't, probably wasn't ready to have her when I did. And there was maybe there was a lot of trauma kind of connected with that. And I had a nervous breakdown after I had her, and there was just a lot going on. And so every time there was a parenting hiccup, it just seemed like more confirmation that I had ruined everything. And so I made it my job to be a really good parent. And that just meant that I didn't have a relationship with Evangeline. Yeah.
Because she was she was like a job.
That she was.
And I just want to point out to anybody watching this, like, there's no space for like love and affection when like you make somebody your job.
When you're working all the time.
Yeah, because you're and you're pissed off and resentful and like, I mean, it's all of that. And that's where you started.
That's that's exactly where it was. And I didn't even realize that that's what I had done.
Right. Like you didn't come like you were just like, I think I just need a shift. And
yeah, but I thought I was doing I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing a good job. And maybe I was doing a good job if I were like a nanny, but
yeah, you probably would have been a good nanny.
Probably would have been a great nanny.
But like, I think she wanted a mom.
Yeah, so, yeah, right.
Well, and I want you to share with people what it's like now, like as you discovered that self and like you were willing to like go to the dark place of the night. And I give you so much credit for that. Because that was not easy.
Well, I mean, right. Well, right. Because 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 this is going out on the internet, so I'm not sure that I want to say, exactly what
I was like, what is she?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I want to say exactly what I said to you, but I mean, I just told you and you, but you were also aggressive and you said, why don't just say whatever the thing is. Yeah. And the thing really boils down to, I was 27.
You just weren't ready
when I got pregnant. No, it was, and that's late for some people, early for other people. I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready. And here's the thing, this is the rub. And this was all that I coached you through. And like, you can say that I'm aggressive. I can say that I love you.
Oh,
like,
well,
I don't take offense to it, but I mean,
aggressive in exactly the right way, because I do not think that I would have gotten there another way. I don't think that I would have gotten there another way.
Yeah.
I don't think that, no, I don't think I would have gotten there.
And the thing is that when you abandon yourself, it just doesn't go well. Like you had a nervous breakdown. Like let's not skip over that. You had a nervous breakdown. She was 4 months old.
6 months old. Yeah,
you like got really sick. You like major health thing. Like my point is these things that we put on ourselves and we listen to others and what they're prescribing for us that we should do because you better do it now because you shouldn't do it later. I get 42. No, are you kidding me? At 27, it's not too late. Like, no. But when we are so trained to not listen to ourselves, then we go along with things and we usually will like either get really sick or create a life that like is just really out of alignment. And you and Evangeline were just really out of alignment.
That's exactly what it was. Just really out of alignment. And so I saw everything parenting as just a job. It was just a job. And so I would get up every morning and it was going to work. And then, we talked and it was a moment, like a moment. It was just really, really clear. And I never saw it that way. For the first time I saw, oh my gosh, I just made her into a job. It just made it into a job.
Mhm.
And as soon as that happened, the shift was just immediate. So when you say like mindset coaching, like my mindset moved and I realized she's not a job. She's my beautiful daughter who's so smart and strong and does all of this just really
Kind.
amazing stuff. She's kind. She's kind. She does all of the stuff that like that I don't do, that I don't do, that I never did. And I just see her in this different way, like things that would make me so just so nervous, even just really minor stuff. Like, okay, here's an example. Yesterday she forgot her lunch at home, and I brought it to her at school. No big deal. But last year, I remember when she would forget her lunch at home, I remember thinking, being so nervous bringing it to school because I was worried about whether or not I was doing the right thing, because was it teaching her that it was okay to forget her lunch, like attaching so much drama to she forgot to bring her lunch to school. But because it was my job and not
Well,
my
and
daughter.
we also like specifically in the parenting realm, and you can apply this in other areas, but we look to our children to behave in such a way that then validates that you are doing a good job. And that
Right.
shit is exhausting. And it is the fastest way to kill love and affection in a parent-child relationship.
Well, and Evangeline
just
is also a child who never does that, right? Like Evangeline's not ever going to do what you want,
which is exactly why
that's who she is.
Right. Which is exactly why you got Evangeline.
Yeah. Well,
right?
That's true too. They're exactly
our greatest teachers. I look at Jack, who's like negotiating with me, and I was like, oh man, that's good. And that is totally me. I'm just like negotiating for one more show, trying to like, negotiate with the one who is the negotiator. Right. I'm like, this is hilarious. And so rather than be annoyed with him, I'm just like, that was good. Good try. I appreciate it. Still only going to watch one show. And so once we just like get that these kids that we're raising are like just magic, which I think the shift for you, like you talking about Evangeline now was like night and day from how this all started.
Oh, I think so. And I feel, and I just like the way that I feel is completely different. And it's, and all that happened was that one thing, like we just, you helped me reframe it.
Yeah.
You just, right. You help reframe it. You just helps me see it. I think the way that it is instead of the way that I had seen it all those years. Yeah.
Well, and that's why like it took me a long time to like find the language around like what I like life coach. I was like, that's not, it was like really mindset. It really is, because I don't specific area of life, because I believe that once you're able to see the lens that you're looking at your life through, it's not just what changes with Evangeline. Like you and I also weren't very close friends, because like I go there and you weren't going there yet. Now that you went there, you're like, oh, now we're really good friends, right? Because like you don't, like if you are somebody that like doesn't want to get deep, you're not going to be attracted to me. Like we're just not going to be that close. We could be like kind of good, like, nice. We're not going to like go hang out and, we're definitely not going on vacation together, but like,
right. No, I don't like, right. Well, no, you can't take Anna anywhere. You just, anybody listening, you can't take her anywhere. Just
behave. And you can easily say to me, like, I don't want coaching. My best friend Carrie says it to me all the time. She's like, I just want a friend, not a coach. I'm like, no problem. I will just sit here and listen. But the problem is she also knows what I'm thinking. And now you do too.
Well, I mean, you can't look at you without knowing, oh, all right, well, you know what, just whatever, just say it. It's fine. Fine.
Well, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I should also mention that like you went from like registering and like coming up with a payment plan to like having a windfall of money come and like
Yeah.
pay off this debt that you'd been hiding. And then you lost like a total of 17 pounds. And like that was just, like maybe what you started and why you might have wanted to join. I mean,
Yeah,
and
well, that's
because it's
all
all
very
about,
ancillary.
yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
all about like getting your life back in integrity, back with your intuition, back with, some healthy boundaries are good, like all of
Yeah.
that.
And also like just taking things away, right? I am always doing, well, not always, but it's not the first program I've done.
Yeah.
So taking things away from your program, uh, journaling.
Mm,
Journaling has been just night and like something kind of random happened the other day, and it was just kind of playing through my mind, and I was just kind of worrying about it. I'm like, oh, I need to journal about that.
mhm.
Sat down and wrote about it, and like that's huge. Just
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah, it's a great program. I love you, Anna.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
You guys can
you.
find out more about the Reconnect on my website. We start October 3rd. So I'm going to bring you right up to the holidays. Imagine having a great relationship with your family members by the holidays, or not, and then not maybe spending the holidays with them. Who knows?
Works
I
out
have
either
no idea.
way.
I mean, either way. But all the information is on my website. So I will send you guys there. And thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Anna.